Come home. Oh, come home. The path is open.
Well, shit fire, son. Welcome back to CB Land. I'm not going to talk as much this time. It's going to be a quick video. We'll see if that's a lie or not. Anyway, today, the FRP GMB100 90cc engine. Super cute, super awesome. Saw guys on the West Coast and the East Coast, mostly West Coast, who were enthusiasts about this. And I thought, damn, I got to get up in that. I bought it for, I think, $350. Anyway, with shipping, I think I spent like just under $500. I don't remember. It was something like that. It was like $400, $100 shipping, something. I'll get the number here. But yeah, super awesome, super great. However, we'll do some test video. We're going to do before and after, because it doesn't work up here, 2500. I mean, it works. It does. It works great on flat ground. You're going to see, we're going to do a speed test. We're going to do a hill climb test. And then I guess we'll see what else. But point being, up here, it's 2,500 feet in the, in the air. I live in Appalachia. There ain't no, it's a mountains, so flat spots, you got to go in town for that. So in town, it's awesome, I'm sure. But over here, I got one stretch of flat on the pavement, and it's great. The moment that I go on the grass, trying to go up the mountain, it ain't happening. And I know some of you are like, well, of course not, you stupid ass bastard, David. That's what a dirt bike's for. You should have bought a dirt bike. Well, guess what, man? I was raised in the city, so I like to fuck around with what the city's got too. So FRP, sorry about the language, but we're gonna have fun with your bike. We're gonna do what I call the CB Edition Mountain Goat. That's what you need to do. We're gonna build it up, and it's gonna be the FRP Mountain Goat. And then you can sell it, and then you can go, thanks, David. It was such a kick. That was so awesome, that fucking bike, dude, that we decided to make a deal with Predator, Harbor Freight, and we're gonna use their engines now for the Mountain Goat Edition. Thanks, man. Great. I'm not even asking for money. Anyway, so what are we gonna replace things with? Money. That's all I spent, right? Anyway, we're gonna upgrade it. I'll put a list up. Cool, you saw the list. You can pause it and check it out. I don't know exactly everything, but I had to search, use ChatGPT, of course, AI to help me build the bike because I got a little bit of a Down syndrome. So we got ourselves a new clutch. Don't worry, it's got the 3/4 shaft. We got a nice new chain and chain breaker. Here's the thing, and we'll get to the engine in a minute. Bought the damn, what's it called? Motor mount, like adaptable, whatever. You can put this on the frame and it can put different engines on it. Our VM22, I think, carburetor with some nice little upgrades like the air intake. And we're going to have to play with the fuel-air ratio because, again, I'm not at sea level. I'm 2,500 feet in the air. So air's thin up here. It means I don't want to run rich. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to play with that ratio later, and we'll get into that. Again, at the end of the video, I'll give you all the stats, I guess, as far as I know. But I want a clear-cut video because I look up and it's like a here or there video. But I can't find a video where it's like, all right, can you do this shit? People have done the 212s. It's either a little short, like the one I put up, where it's like, check it out, 212 running. But they don't do any like tests or anything before and after. So we're going to do that today. All right, as far as it gets to the engine, because we even got an exhaust. Look how freaking cute this is. We used to build, I used to build, buy mopeds and make those things blast. They start out like 34 miles per hour. Shitty acceleration. I'd make those things go 60 by doing a bore, 80cc bore kit, clutch and weights inside the clutch, that, changing it up, performance bells. So much fun. If you want to learn how to work on an engine but you're too intimidated, dude, just buy a shitty Tao 50cc Craigslist. Well, it's not Craigslist anymore, but Facebook Marketplace moped. But anyway, that's for another video. I bought even a billet wheel. The flywheel, right? Because the normal 212cc Predator engine has a plastic one. And so you take the governor out and the plastic flies and boom, bam, boom. They're $150 at Harbor Freight. Today I went to Harbor Freight to buy that engine. Well, I ended up buying the 212 Predator engine. Ghost Edition. Well, what is that? I don't know. I didn't know either. She said $350 and I went, wow, that's a $200 more than I thought. But you know what? Why not? I don't care. I'm having a great day. Let's fucking send it. I guess, they're going up in price. And come to find out, These, I was going to have to upgrade the Predator engine, right? I was going to have to put this billet wheel on it. I was going to have to do the valve springs and upgrade them to like 18 pounds, you know, and people do different ones. Pounds, I guess, depending on the amount of HP, I guess they're trying to pull out of it. I don't know, power. But I was going to put 18, and then I had to put the wheel on it, and then we were going to have to put a new carb on it. Well, this one comes with like 24-pound springs in it already. The governor is already eliminated off of it, and it's already got an upgraded billet wheel, so it doesn't fucking fly when it's spinning so fast. That's insane. Wow. 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 So if you take into account the parts, frankly, I mean, a little bit of the work, but like a billet wheel, like a real performance ones, if you really race cars, this one was like 30 bucks off Amazon. But they've got the appropriate ones, like the brand name ones, and they're like 100 bucks. I mean, that would bring this down to 250 if you counted that wheel upgrade. And then with the carb and stuff and the governor, it's like a little bit more work, but 250, 150, that's 100 bucks more, you know, just for the engine if you account for the billet wheel. But then if it's and it comes with a performance carburetor already, you could still buy an aftermarket, and it's kind of suggested, is what I read, because you can alter those. I don't know what the carb is on this one, but those are like an aftermarket one. You can play with the fuel air ratio, idle speed, etc. But yeah, so we got the throttle kit, we got everything, and we got the headlight that I still haven't put on from. Look how cute that is. From FRP. Well, FRP. Check the video out. You don't have to say nothing. I'd appreciate a little comment and a little share. That'd be cute from a veteran. Wouldn't that be cute for a veteran, FRP? But anyway, we'll see if you like it enough that you go, man, damn, dude, we got to get to marketing. Let's talk with marketing, bro. Did you see Dave at CB Land? He straight souped up one of our damn FRP bikes and made a mountain goat edition for the people in the mountains. Because guess what? I'm running into a lot of guys out here that want to buy these, but they won't work. They don't want to do the work I'm about to do. And it's not a lot. They just don't want to do it. They'd rather just not do it, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to do some tests now. I would normally let you follow the build, and I might mention at the end of the video the issues I had, if I had any. But I'm trying to make it a shorter video, but I'm also trying to make it an informative one. So you see the parts, which I've listed, I imagine already, and if I haven't, now I'll list them, that of what I got and what we're replacing on this beautiful thing. And she's cute, she's great. I just need her to go up. You know, it doesn't have enough power, it doesn't have enough torque to go up the mountain, and you'll see that in our tests, okay, which are coming next. But so in the city, things a baller. At sea level, baller. Already here, if I'm just riding on the street, on flat ground, amazing. I love it. Such a great deal. However, again, FRP, dude, you might have to charge people a little bit more money, but I say, hey, dude, let's do it. FRP wants to make a little bit more money, do a little bit more expensive edition, and call it the Mountain Goat, and then you can get. I mean, these things, dude, they'll go up mountains and shit. That's what the plan is. I'm in Appalachia. I got a mountain right here in my home, dude. We're gonna climb that shit like a mountain goat, like the mountain goats I done seen in Israel, the Holy Land, when I deployed. So let's do the tests next, and then after we do the tests, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the results. Sound good? And if you have any questions, obviously ask in the comments about, hey, how did this work out for you? What was the issue here? Did you have an issue there? And I'll answer it, because Davey Wavy from the Navy, he's a pretty solid guy. Am I right? I'm right. All right, let's get to testing. I'm gonna hold it. Let's see if I can hold it. Weak. Top speed test.
Amos. Stop.
All right, so let's quickly go over all of these parts that we decided. Obviously, you see I've tested it already. I probably should have went over that before, but you know what? I don't care, dude. I don't care. I don't give a damn. But let's go over these parts, okay? First off, suspension. There's not much you can do with these bikes, frankly, right? They're fixed frames, the rear axle's fixed. It's just, there's nothing you literally can do on the rear. So what did we do? We got this cute little thing. As you can see, if I tilt it, look at that. We got a little seat with suspension. Now they use those typically for bobbers, you know, motorcycles that they, not manufacture, but that they fabricate. A lot of guys will take it's a real low riding one. And you pretty much sit on the damn frame. Super stylish. Never would ride one for long distance, my own opinion. Awesome to the rest of you guys who have brass balls. Good for you. So we got suspension in the seat, and then on the front we actually do have suspension on our front handlebars and wheels, so that's great. Do they work well? Dude, you know what? On the road, I think so. They worked really great, and I'm sure they worked, but they're just not rated for the type of, you know, like out in the pasture. You just can't. It doesn't matter if you want to see the like, it's in there. I mean, it works. It works really well. So when you're hitting that quick bump, I think it makes a huge ass difference, like a pothole. But out there, you're bouncing so much. It's just, again, maybe it's not so much the suspension as it is the wheel, right? And that's something I might, experiment with. So we got our suspension. Do I recommend the suspension? This was about 60 bucks, this seat suspension. This was about $100. Were they worth it? 160 bucks. If you ride this shit all the time, yes, it is. I think so, especially in the city. You're hitting, you know, potholes, maybe a rough road, not nice asphalt. Definitely worth it. Do it. All right, next, what do we got? Clutch. I think it was like a $35 clutch. I'll show it to you later. But big point here, while it might not be a performance clutch, we got 10 teeth on it, right? Sprocket, 60 teeth. 10, 60, 1, 6. 1-6 ratio. That's for climbing those hills. Was that worth it? 100%. Again, if you pair it with the 220, and we're going to go on the other side, the 220cc Predator engine, especially if you have the Ghost edition, yeah, absolutely would recommend that ratio, because frankly, I mean, I guess for speed demons, if you want to be faster, this is not the ratio for you. But you're going to lose unless you do the torque converter, which we didn't do here, and we'll do it. I'll probably do it off camera at some point when I'm bored. You trade off low end torque for high end torque when you're playing with these ratios. Okay, and so me living in the mountains and I'm going up literally like 1,000-foot mountain, dirt road, blah blah blah. It just didn't make sense to focus on speed. Everything pointed to torque on the low end. However, this clutch can't handle that low end torque. It's kind of funny. I mean, it makes sense. So I'm gonna have to get a new clutch, but it'll probably end up being a torque converter, and that'll be time for another thing. Exhaust. I don't even remember where the hell I bought this from or what pack it came with, because sometimes you can buy these, like this clutch and chain came together, and the chain is a 420. I don't remember how many. Obviously, the links, it depends on your tension and all that. But what was I going to say? It's 420 and it's a motorcycle chain. I think that's it. It's a 420 chain, right? That's the size gauge, whatever you call it. I don't know. Anyway, engine, right? I think we'll flip around for it. We'll flip around and go on the other side. But exhaust, I don't like it being on the outside. I keep burning my ass, putting my leg down to stand, and it keeps resting it here. So we're going to look for another exhaust that funnels through the back, obviously right here, but it might I don't know. We're going to have to do something about it. We'll figure it out. Exhaust, worth it? Yeah, I think so. You know, because again, you don't want something that's going to cause resistance against the engine. Like, you know, you get that open, just straight pipe. You don't want a straight pipe. It's going to be so loud, damn. But that's about it on this side. Brakes, I will say, we kept the stock brakes. Absolutely insufficient. Sufficient for the stock, insufficient for the power and speed that we're rolling. At which point I would probably buy, similar to the front wheel, you could tell by the tire with these sprockets and then the brake disc on the other side. Buy one for the front, put a brake disc on it, like a upgraded one, and then we'll put another brake on the front side there, where you would typically have your brake on your motorcycle, on the right hand, the front wheel. Absolutely need that. I would recommend doing that if you're going to do this. I haven't done it yet, but for sure that's something. If you're going to do it, if you're going to upgrade your mini bike to the max, like I did, which frankly I didn't do it to the max. Some of these guys are crazy online, but to the point, you know, sufficiently to where you're not blowing out your bank or your pockets. That's going to be one upgrade you're going to have to do. So let's switch to the other side. So boom, you can kind of see that suspension here again, but this is that actual brake disc that comes with the FRP. And again, I'm sure you can upgrade all the, you know, the caliper, the brake disc, the brake pads, all that, which frankly needs to be done. So I don't know. I would honestly put brakes on the front and back. So maybe upgrade the rear brakes, you know, wider pad, wider disc, and then put one on the front so that, you know, like DEFCON, you got to stop because you're about to hit a child. You could slam on both those little handles up there. But yeah, the thing runs like a beast. I think if you're in the city, for sure upgrade. You have to. I mean, it's a blast, and the community already does it. Now, again, should you buy a mini bike for the mountains if you have a small homestead or a I don't know, property that you want to ride it out on? For fun's sake, if you've already got everything and you just want a mini bike, for sure you can make it work. All right, you saw me running around. Well, you didn't see me go up the mountain yet, but you saw me go up that hill right here, that real steep part from dead stop. I mean, the thing's scooting boots. It'll get your ass up there. I'm about 155 pounds, so, you know, that's a lot. To some people, it's a little to others. But if you're trying to have something that's efficient, just going to do what you need it to do, not really have to work on it or do anything to alter it, of course, get a dirt bike. But here at CB Land, we like to do the irrational. And we like to do the impossible. As we would say in the Navy, CBs make the impossible possible. And that's true. So, for you bastards out there that were like, man, I can't believe you bought a mini bike. That's dumb as hell. Why the hell would you buy that? I ain't going up that hill. That ain't going to do it. You'd never get that thing. Bro, this mountain goat, good to go. All right, so the pretty baby had some clear results. 50cc, or it's not 50cc, I'm sorry, 99cc engine just doesn't cut it. I don't remember the ratio between the clutch and the sprocket, so the gear ratio, I don't even remember what it was. It's obviously, this is a lower gear or higher gear. I don't know, correct me in the comments. It's a lower gear, right? If it's a higher ratio, 1 to 6. If it's 1 to 5, 1 to 6, not 1 for 1, that's a higher ratio. Lower gear. I think that's how it works. Somebody teach me something. Anyway, yeah, evident, right? Our top speed, it went from 24 miles per hour, which is pretty decent, it's pretty nice, right? To 42 miles per hour. Now, you saw me ride it here, but I had to take it on the straightaway down in the holler, where you come into the holler, and take it there, because I didn't even have enough room right here. Like, well, I guess I have enough room, but it's so damn scary, dude, on this. And I wasn't wearing the helmet that I was wearing when I was testing it. But anyway, 24 miles per hour, stock. Now she's at 42. And this is, again, a 1 to 6 ratio. So I could make it faster if I played with that gear ratio, but I needed that low-end torque to get up these hills. We'll get to a torque converter one day, guys. We're going to need it. The clutch just can't handle this power, and the sprocket, or I guess the gear ratio. It's just, I need a better clutch. Maybe a wider clutch, bigger clutch. I don't know. We'll see. I'll be able to do it. Easy day. Point being, we've succeeded in the FRP Mountain Goat Edition. FRP Mountain Goat. CB Edition. Whatever the hell you want to call it. Right? Look at this thing. I got to fix that light. So, should you get one? Should you get one of these? And should you do as much work as I did on it? I'm going to put up the numbers because I don't have it figured yet. This is stock. This is what you get it at your door, and you saw the performance of it. This is after all the parts that I've done, and I would say about 6 hours of labor. Not even, but depends on each person, right? How much it costs as well. So is it justify the cost? You could probably get a cheap dirt bike, honestly. That's why I'm laughing, because I know most of my boys out here are going to be like, David, you should have just gotten a damn dirt bike. That's what they're for. Asshole. Idiot. And you're right. You're right. But you know what? Like I said, I grew up in Charlotte. A lot of these city slicking boys like myself would have had a time with this Nick, my best friend growing up. Tell me, us working on little engines and stuff, that we wouldn't have a blast on it. We'd be running riot on Albemarle Road. Hell yeah. Straight slaying. But, you know, frankly, it was a phenomenal project. I loved it. If you're in the city, I think you ought to do it. Maybe you won't need such a low, or maybe you don't need the gear ratio that I need to get up these mountain hills. But it's, dude, do it, because you can go anywhere with this thing. Like, you really can. And on pavement, the suspension was beautiful. It's not that great on the grass either still, even though we put suspension on the seat and suspension in the front end here on these two, on this front wheel. But yeah, dude, it made a hell of a difference on the road. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, ask me. But other than that, thanks for tuning in to CB Land. Would Davey Wavy from the Navy recommend buying this and doing this? Yeah, because I'm having so much fun with it. The kids are following me on their little dirt bikes, and I'm following them, and scaring the shit out of myself like I used to when I was young, building monster machines that shouldn't work. But yeah, if you guys like it, we might do some more stuff with this. Stay tuned. My tractor's coming tomorrow, and it's time for that tractor review. Waka waka.